bogus had me sad for weeks. How you gonna do that to me? I remember like when we splitting 10 for the week. How you gonna switch on the game, little boy? You a stain. I pray I don't see you on feet.
What's good with y'all, man? We back here with another one, man. Another little reaction video. All right. What's good, y'all, man? We back with another video, another little reaction vid. Yeah, man. This one is when cops have to arrest their own family. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you was a cop, would you arrest your own family, bro? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be overly blue if I got arrested by my own family. It don't matter if it was it don't matter, bro. If I got arrested by my cousin, my uncle, my mama, I'll be heated, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And then I'm gonna hold that grudge forever. I swear. We gonna be at a family reunion 10 years later. I could only do like a week or something. I'm gonna hold that grudge the whole time. I'm gonna bring it up. They gonna try to talk. Oh yeah, you remember that time? We gonna be telling stories at the family reunion or whatever. You remember that time where you arrested me? All that was some. Yeah, you feel me? I'm gonna hold a grudge. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. But yeah, man, let's get
violent and dangerous criminals every day. But what happens when it's their very own family they have to arrest?
Why are you pushing me?
Treatment! Knock it off! This is Officer Kovac, a policeman who didn't approve of his daughter's relationship with 18-year-old Makai Coleman. After tracing his daughter's laptop to the residence, he spotted Makai's car driving by and decided to pull it over.
You can get out. You're going to jail. Get out. Have a seat in my car. We'll make shit up as we go.
It's immediately clear that this isn't a normal police interaction. That last phrase, "we'll make it up as we go," is obviously unprofessional and quite scary too. Officer Kovac has a personal and emotional connection to this case, and has even made an unlawful traffic stop because of it. Even if he did have a valid reason to pull Makai over, he should have radioed for another officer to handle the stop. But instead, he's taking things into his own hands.
Any guns, knives, weed on you? What's that? Obviously. Go ahead, get smart before I can do something to you, even more.
The passenger side.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This first one already pissing me off, bro. Like, I understand for just your daughter, boyfriend, you don't approve all that. I get it, bro. But nah, bro, like you doing all that. It would have been a difference if he actually got pulled over for doing something, bro. But like, he's literally not doing nothing at all, bro. That's
the door opening means someone is still in the vehicle, and it turns out to be
get pulled over unlawfully for anything, bro. So it's like
another of his daughter's friends, but she's still nowhere to be seen.
I tell you to get out of the car. Did I tell you to get out of the car?
I'm around at 12. Still advising a white female on a blue jeep, find them with a gun.
Your dad know my daughter's in your house?
Conveniently, Kovac managed to pull them over right next to the friend's house, so he decided to have a chat with the mother after remembering his daughter's laptop also showed her inside of this house.
Why is her computer there?
Why would your daughter be in my house?
I don't know. You don't. So if I check and you're lying to me, you're going to jail.
You can check, and I'm not lying to you.
She's getting a ticket because she wasn't wearing her seatbelt, so that's going to cost you $20.
Then go back and
That's fine. I will.
The woman politely invites Kovac to search her home despite having no legal obligation to. He tells her that because her daughter wasn't wearing a seatbelt, he's going to write them a ticket for $200, causing the woman to revoke her consent to search. It's becoming clear just how much he's willing to abuse his power to solve his own personal issues. So the woman decides to speak up.
People like him don't need to be cops, bro. You gonna make all your you gonna make it personal like that, bro. You don't need to be a cop, bro.
You making this personal. How am I being personal?
She wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
I was wearing my seatbelt. I'm making this personal. You want to pick up my daughter because you think your daughter is in my house.
No, she wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
I'm going to call 911.
Realizing exactly what's going on, the girl's mother reminds Officer Kovac that what he's doing is both unprofessional and illegal. But in a scramble to prevent the woman from calling his colleagues to the scene, he decides to let her daughter go without a ticket before discovering something nobody could predict.
I didn't even see you. Get out of the car. Get in my car. Go ahead, you guys are good. Ma'am, they could go with you.
The officer's daughter, Caitlin, had been hiding inside Mackay's car the entire time, obviously terrified of what her father might do to her and her friends. It turns out her fear wasn't unfounded, as he proceeds to essentially kidnap his own daughter by forcing her into his vehicle.
In my car. Goodbye.
You can't take me. I'm 18. You have to give me a reason. By law, why are you pushing me?
Bro. He's pissing me. I'm like,
Keep me! Knock it off!
You don't want me! I know! Why you can't do this?
Yeah, she did nothing.
5 minutes off!
Get in the car. She's going to the hospital. She said she was going to kill herself.
No, I didn't!
Caitlin is essentially being kidnapped here. She's broken no laws and is legally an adult, meaning she can stay or go with anyone she wants. But despite that, he tells her that she has to come with him to the hospital as she needs a psychological evaluation. There's no need to point out just how badly Officer Kovac handled the entire situation. Internal Affairs did that for us. It was quickly concluded that Kovac acted illegally and irresponsibly. During the entire interaction, Kovac was listed as an available unit and was called to a domestic abuse case, but he never responded. Officer John Kovac was later fired from the police department for his unprofessional behavior. But it's not only police officers that can be protective parents, though. Take this example from Vermont, when a 52-year-old father tried using an excavator to attack the officers that were arresting his own kid.
now they wildin', bro. They tripping, bro.
What you're watching is essentially two people threatening each other with deadly weapons. The cops are in an extremely tough position here. They have to keep control of the detained suspect while also talking down his father, all while in a life or death situation.
That man broke out a damn caterpillar. He wild. Now that dad wild, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I've got 343.
Get a whole, like, thing.
Unfortunately, this is where the footage ends. However, you can make out the radio dispatcher informing other officers of a 1010 at the address. A 1010 is a fight in progress, and more units are quickly dispatched to help these two officers take control of the situation and take the entire family into custody. The son was arrested on charges of burglary and assault, while the father was also taken into custody and arrested. In both of these cases so far, a cop's family member hasn't been directly arrested, but this next case shows what happens when a cop has to arrest his own daughter for a DUI.
You stopped because you're arrested for DUI.
On the 28th of December 2022, a witness had observed a white vehicle strike a traffic light and then quickly drive off. A part of the vehicle's bumper had fallen off in the road after the hit. Around 15 minutes after the call, police located the suspect's vehicle at a gas station across the road, but the driver was the last person they expected.
Come back from Applebee's?
Yeah, I had a drink.
Okay. How old are you?
21. My dad is,
Listen, your bumper's in the road over there. Did you just hit that pole?
No, I promise I did not.
No?
The very thing 21-year-old Teresa says is that her dad is an officer with the local PD, possibly hoping that he'd come and get her out of the situation. But the cops at the scene are sure that things are way past that.
You left Applebee's.
Yeah, I left Applebee's.
You cut through the plaza. You came out by Lowe's and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Did you
She thought she was gonna
hit the traffic pole that's right
It's
there?
not hit the traffic pole. This part was hanging off already. I hit a deer in Pennsylvania.
Come on now, hit a deer. Come on now.
I go to school.
Yeah, all that time you could have came up with any other excuse beside that. You said you hit a deer.
Do you smoke marijuana recreationally?
I do not smoke marijuana universally.
Universally, smoking marijuana isn't the only part of her story that doesn't make any sense. She's saying that her bumper was already hanging off from an accident in Pennsylvania around 25 miles away, and it just happened to fall off right as another car identical to hers struck a traffic light. But Teresa has a trick up her sleeve that might just get her out of this. At least, That's what she hopes.
I hit a deer.
You see this?
I hit a deer before this. You can ask my dad.
This piece fell off at the traffic light that you hit. That you knocked over.
Now she's
6'7". You remember you did out with him?
Oh my god, he's a sheriff's officer.
Hang out.
Over the course of just a few minutes, Teresa brings up her dad over 5 times, obviously praying that he'll be able to find a way for her to get out of this. But before he can come to rescue her, the cops are starting to zero in on what really happened and begin to get at least some of the truth from Teresa.
Did you drive away because you're scared because you maybe had one drink and you think you're drunk?
Yeah.
And you might get arrested, but you don't seem like you're drunk?
Yes.
So you want to just tell the truth?
Yes, I'm telling you the
So when after Applebee's, did you hit a traffic pole? You can't miss it. It lights up. It's red, green, and yellow.
I hit a curb.
You hit a traffic signal.
No, I hit a curb.
Yeah, you went up the curb. You hit the traffic signal. The traffic signal fell down, and you
I
left.
was texting. Can you just
Okay.
call my dad? He would tell you.
Now she said,
Well,
The sheriff's officer.
she making
Your
it.
dad and sheriff's officer wasn't driving your vehicle today.
In just this one short conversation, Teresa admits that she did hit something, that she's more intoxicated than they realized, and that she was texting while driving. 3 driving faults that can each come with their own punishment. So now that the truth has come out, the detectives decide to speak with her father, John. But it turns out he's not there to help her.
What's going on?
Hey, John, how are you? So your daughter hit a traffic wall. Okay. Where's the damage on the car?
Okay, the damage on that car, there, I think it was like the front right bumper.
John explains that Teresa did hit a deer earlier and that the damage was on the front right bumper, but it was nowhere near as serious as the damage the car was currently sustaining.
Can I come out? Are you guys out there?
That's up to you. I'll see if she wants you to come out, if she wants, you to drive her home.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Let me come out there and I'll see you guys. Thank you.
Okay, alright, sounds good.
It looks like Teresa isn't going to be getting the salvation she was hoping for from her dad, and just 5 minutes later, he arrives at the scene to talk with the cops.
What's up? So, what she's saying, and where the damage was there, doesn't really make too much sense. So, tried to get some more information out of her, but that piece of bumper there. So, the other one, was it just the bumper wasn't hanging like that?
Yeah, no, so what it was is, basically, this was intact.
Okay.
This piece is missing, and the scratches here, that's all from a deer that she lost.
So right now, this is going to be my call. Okay. Coming out.
Okay, gotcha.
He's going to be providing all the details.
Okay, who's your supervisor?
Sorry, John.
Not Don Martin, dude. I'm just asking.
The cops who were first at the scene almost seem as though they're expecting John to try and make excuses for his daughter, and get extra nervous when he asks who their supervisor is. Obviously, there are countless examples of corruption where officers, especially those in the higher ranks, are able to use their power to prevent their family from getting into trouble. However, the officers quickly realize all he's trying to do is gather all the information on the incident so he can make a fair assessment himself. This quickly becomes evident as he checks his text messages from her to try and create a timeline of events.
I just want to show you this so you can see it. You home 10:39. What do you think? Time do you think that initial call came? Because she probably hit it and was like, "Dad, what the fuck do I do?"
Somewhere between 10:45 and 11.
That's about right.
We were talking to her. She wasn't telling us that she fell off.
I mean, lying to she knows, but I'm a cop. She knows not to do that. Well, maybe she didn't even. Do you think she? I'm not. I'm saying she didn't lie.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I want to be very clear about that.
Yeah.
But she might not even look at the freaking car to see if there's any difference.
However, despite John's willingness to help the officers out, the sergeant at the scene asks him not to get involved, so to guarantee the integrity of the investigation. So far, everything other than Teresa's conduct has been perfect, and is a great example of proper policing. So, it's back to focusing on what Teresa had mentioned earlier. She says she'd only had one drink at Applebee's, but it's starting to seem as though she may be a little more drunk than they realize. Suspicions that were only confirmed after some field sobriety tests.
And everything that happened today, right? I don't think that you were okay to take me out there from the vehicle.
Dad!
So,
Dad!
you got everything right?
Dad! Where's my dad?
Oh, your dad's right over here.
You stop with this shit, get in the car, you're arrested for DUI. Go ahead.
Have a seat.
After being forced into the police vehicle by her own dad, Teresa was driven to the police station where her blood alcohol level was tested. It came back as 0.17%, over twice the legal limit. As of this upload, Teresa is still awaiting her penalty, but has been issued a court summons for driving under the influence, reckless driving, and failure to report a car accident. Teresa's dad followed protocol perfectly, but what happens when instead of the dad being called to handle his daughter, it's the daughter who calls the cops on her own dad? Well, that's exactly what happened on the 24th of March 2023, when officers were called to a domestic violence case that turned out to be nothing like they expected.
Can you put the dog in a room for me?
I will.
Alright, who called?
Me.
You did?
Yeah, sure did.
Alright, what's going on?
The woman who answered the door tells the police that she had an argument with her father where he threatened to punch her, and she just wants her parents to listen to her and take responsibility for the issues in her childhood. The responding officer immediately realizes he's in for a rough one.
When did he threaten to punch you?
You want to treat me the way he treated me?
Hey! Are you talking to me or are you talking to them?
No, I'm not talking. You don't talk to her, make a face.
What I'm saying though is you need to be talking to me.
I have never once called the cops on someone before, and this is the first time, and he deserved it.
Okay, well he's gonna go talk to him.
That's not
Separate.
about me.
Okay, like 5 minutes.
Okay, then do you want us to conduct an investigation or not?
In this time, the cops take her father into a separate room where he explains that his daughter had been screaming at him all day. Apparently, she was blaming him and his wife for decisions she made, and he was getting tired of the problems she's causing them. Despite the toxicity of the situation, things stayed calm, at least until the cops found a marijuana pipe in the daughter's bag.
But you have a pipe in there that's commonly used to smoke
Why
marijuana.
don't you take this?
As well as wrapping papers, so...
Well, go. It's not your purse. You don't have the right to
it's
get
called
in
plain
it.
view.
Go the way.
Plain view. Turn around,
Blah,
please.
blah, blah.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
I was trying to
Turn around, put your hands behind your You're going to be under arrest for obstructing if you do not comply. Stand up.
She got arrested for herself. She should have never called him. She would have got arrested.
Give me your hands. Stop resisting. Simple.
He started me, punching me, and I thought I had to call you back.
In the scuffle, the woman intentionally kicked one of the officers and resisted the arrest. The cops also searched her bag and found a myriad of intoxicants and illegal drugs. So, they read her rights and took her out to the patrol vehicle. Back inside the house, though, things are only getting weirder. The officer hears a sound coming from the bathroom and decides to investigate further.
It happened back there. Something fell down back there.
Probably Christine in the bathroom.
Who's Christine?
Your girlfriend of Janet's.
Is she allowed to be here?
Yeah,
It's kind of odd that she stayed in the bathroom the whole time. Does she have warrants?
I don't know.
Hey, Christine! I need you to come out here for a second.
Unsurprisingly, the mysterious woman hiding from the cops in the bedroom turned out to have warrants out for her arrest and was also put in cuffs. The woman's parents explain that their daughter has been troubled for a long time and has serious trauma from when she was younger. They tell the police that she's currently in
All
therapy
she had to do was not call the cops. Her and her friend would have been
for it,
arrested.
which might have brought it to the front of her mind and caused the aggressive nature towards them. But they never mention what the issues are. Nevertheless, the woman was charged with possession of illegal drugs and resisting arrest. The parents weren't charged with anything, meaning their daughter's call completely backfired on her. Drawing from what we know, it seems that the parents were mostly in the right here and had just been dealt a bad hand. Things are completely different for Bruce Adams, though, a father who decided to take matters into his own hands when his son was arrested by abusing his power as a county commissioner.
Tell me who I called to find out why he's in jail. You want me to sue the son of a county sheriff?
In November 2022, Kenneth Adams was pulled
He came in talking hot.
over for running a stop sign. But as it turns out, Kenneth was in much more trouble than he realized.
How's it going? Good. What did I do wrong? Okay, so the reason I stopped you didn't come to complete stop the stop sign?
I did.
And then you didn't have your turn signal on?
I sure did.
Okay.
I know for a fact I had my turn signal on.
Okay.
That's why I was surprised you were pulling me over, but whatever.
The officer then took his license and ran it through the system, where he would discover Kenneth had a warrant out for burglary and theft of a vehicle. All of a sudden, Kenneth becomes defensive and refuses to exit the vehicle.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle with me?
What are you doing? No, what's going on? Seriously, what's going on?
You have a warrant.
How do I have a warrant?
I don't know how you have a warrant, but it's on our system right now. You have an active warrant out of 7th District Court here in San Juan.
No, that's incorrect.
Okay, well, it's on our system right now.
Well,
I'm not going to argue with you about it. You're going to go to jail tonight on that warrant, okay?
No, I'm not, dude. This is absurd.
Mr. Adams, you do have an active warrant for your arrest.
Who issued the warrant, though?
The court's issued.
For what, though? Because I've gone to court for everything. There should not be an active warrant for me anywhere, dude.
Kenneth claims that he's already been to court for his previous crimes, but the warrant still calls for his arrest. For the majority of smaller cases, the suspect is tasked with turning in the documents that prove that they've been to court and completing any classes they were made to attend by the judge. Without those documents, the court cannot confirm they attended anything. So when Kenneth forgot to turn his in, the warrant remained open, and the police had no way to tell that he had in fact been to court.
Issued October 13th.
For what?
Some felony charges, burglary charges.
Dude, I've been to court for that. No, I've been to court for that.
You want to know the charges?
Yeah, I do.
So it has 2 burglary charges listed, a theft charge, mischief.
That's on my old case.
3 charges of burglary of a vehicle, and criminal trespass.
Yeah, why is that floating up now?
Kenneth was taken away to the station, but this is when his father, Bruce Adams, turned up, who turned out to be the county commissioner for the local area. How convenient for Kenneth. Immediately after arriving at the scene, Bruce demanded to know what was going on and quickly started to show signs of corruption.
Where's Kenneth?
He's in jail. They took him.
You already took him to jail?
They took him to jail, and I stayed here with the car.
Why?
For a warrant.
Who do I call to find out?
Why? Find out the warrant?
You're a police officer. Tell me who I call to find out why he's in jail.
I gotta be careful with this stuff, Bruce. You understand that? Okay. That's the warrant. Okay, so it says warrant status active, offense burglary, theft, criminal mischief, burglary of a vehicle, burglary of a vehicle.
He's already been to court over that.
You saw the warrant right there.
Okay, so since he's been to court already, I understand the frustration. I understand the frustration because the court ain't get whatever they were supposed to. And I understand the frustration.
I showed you warrant.
He's been charged with that, and he has a plea in abeyance on all of it.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to turn him loose.
I can't turn him loose, Bruce.
Who can?
Nobody can. He's been arrested for a warrant. The courts can.
And the warrant's false.
Huh? The warrant's not false.
You want me to sue the son of a county sheriff because he arrested my kid on a false warrant?
The warrant's right there.
Bruce is obviously trying to abuse his position.
Bruh, I understand abuse power. Obviously, it's a misunderstanding between all of them. Obviously, the cops got to do what they got to do when they see it. Then him and his son know he been to the court already, so I understand. But saying abuse his power, I get a little maybe, but I don't think he's really trying to
position and influence the commissioner to try and save his son from the law. But luckily, this officer stands his ground and refuses to cave in. Eventually, though, Kenneth was released from jail, the warrant was withdrawn, and no further action was taken against Bruce.
Yeah. That's all I was going to say. I don't think he really was abusing nothing, but yeah, man, that's the end for this one, bro. I hope y'all enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next.
Yeah, baby, you did this one.